You're probably watching this and asking, Sophia, why are you wearing a hoodie in the middle of summer? Well, my friend, I may live in Spain, but I live in the north of Spain, where it rains all the time, it's cloudy all the time, and just to piss you off a little bit more, I'm also drinking hot cocoa. Hey guys, I'm Sophia, what's up? I hope you consider to subscribe and follow me on my social media. If there is something that I enjoy to do, is to watch shows. And if there's something else that I also enjoy to do, is criticize. I don't judge people, we don't criticize people by their appearance or anything in general. We don't judge people, but we judge shows. And this is what I'm gonna do. So I already made similar videos about this. I made one about Pretty Little Liars and another about Criminal Minds, so if you want to watch them after you watch this video, I would really appreciate it. So let's just start with this video. I guess I should give a summary of what the show is about. There's vampires. There's these two vampires, Damon and Stefan, who are siblings that don't look alike, but if the show says they're siblings, then they're siblings. And then there's this girl, Alina. She's human, and there's a love triangle. We love those. And that's kind of what it is about, actually. There's just many things that happen when just being a vampire, sucking other people's blood and transforming other people into vampires, and just their undenying love for Lena, a very boring character, but we'll talk about it later. I think I'm gonna start talking about characters. Damon is my favorite character. He does nothing wrong. He is very toxic and problematic, but let's just ignore that for a second. Stefan. So I wrote down on my notes, so boring, hypocrite, pretend he's nice guy, and he's worse than Damon. And also a little note about humanity. So I agree with everything that Sophia from yesterday wrote down on her notes. So let's just break it down. Yes, Damon is pretty boring. And the whole thing with him pretending to be a nice guy, he's just your typical, I'm a nice guy, I do nothing wrong, I don't get angry. If there is something that you need to know about women, or maybe let's not generalize, so if there's something that you need to know about me, I don't like to be bored. And when people like that, I get bored really easily. People like a Damon, not a Stefan, okay? People that are nice, they don't tell you that they're nice. If someone tells you, I'm a nice person, I'm 99% sure that that person is actually not nice. Someone that is nice doesn't have to tell you that they're nice, okay? And him repeatedly in the show makes the remark that Damon is a horrible person and he's just bad and that he's good, he's nothing like his brother and he's ashamed of his brother. But then in a few sessions in, I don't remember exactly which session, but there's a session where he turns off his humanity. I don't remember what happened, but he turns off his humanity for some reason, and he ended up being way worse than Damon. So the thing is, when these characters that I really tend to hate, I hate the whole nice guy trope because they're never nice. With Damon, you know what you're getting. He's like, what you're seeing is what you're getting. He is problematic, he's toxic, he has this persona that you can clearly see. You know what you're getting into. When Damon, when Stefan, everything is a mask, it's a facade. The way he talks about Damon, someone who is his brother, it's kind of pissing me off. And it speaks more about his character than everything that he actually has to say. So, talking about other boring characters, Caroline. I don't have much to say about Caroline, she's just boring. And even Stefan and Caroline, they actually date in like season 7 or something. I didn't watch season 7 and season 8 because I thought they were boring as hell. So Lena is basically a Bella Swan. It was never interesting. She was always... The only thing interesting about her was the fact that these two hot brothers had a crush on her. That's the only thing interesting about her. And it's not even about her, so... It's not like I hated season 7 and season 8 because she wasn't there, but it's just they were boring, they had boring characters, so I just don't like Stefan. I don't ship Selena, obviously, I ship Delina. The thing is, both of those ships were toxic. They had their ups and downs. One has more ups and the other one has more downs. And at the end of the day, Delina's endgame, so you can say whatever you want. I won, so... so they start dating for some reason, and then the whole thing with her being pregnant. The actress who plays Caroline, she was pregnant, and the show wanted to bring the pregnancy into the show. I don't understand why shows can just have a normal pregnancy. Why do they have to bring mystic magic into it? It just makes everything worse. I just never understand what is happening. She was pregnant, and I think she had like twins, or maybe it was triples or something like that, or maybe she only had one child and I'm just making this up. Apparently those kids were not her kids. Apparently those were, as far as I remember, those were Alaric's and that brunette with blue eyes that was killed in season 6. I don't remember her name, but I think those kids that Caroline had were actually their kids. See, this is all extremely confusing. Whenever these things happen on shows, I never understand what is happening. In Pretty Little Liars, I didn't understand what happened. Why do they have to make something so simple so complicated? Maybe I'm just dumb, I don't know. Maybe they actually did explain it and I just didn't understand, or I didn't watch it. I didn't watch season 7 and season 8 from the show because I just don't care about anything that happened after that. Elena, she was never an interesting character. She was always so bland and boring. She was just like Bella Swan. Nothing interesting to add to the story. Elena in season 6, because Nina Dubre wanted to leave the show, so they do this thing where she is a sleeping beauty. She's in a coma, or she's sleeping, I don't know, something like that. And she would be asleep long as Bunny was alive. So when Bunny dies, spell on Elena will be broken or something like that. Good thing that Damon and Bunny became friends, because would you imagine Damon season 1? He would have 100% killed Bunny. Anyway, that happened, and season 7 was not interesting to me. And not because I care about Elena and that I was sad that she wasn't there anymore. It's because I care about Damon. And Damon was just boring in season 7. I only watched like 5 episodes of season 7 and I said I'm out. I don't care about the characters that came in season 7. I think it was like Stefan and Damon's mom and like really old vampires. I don't even remember them. All I know is that there was a lesbian couple. That's all I remember from it. And I didn't even watch season 8 because I didn't watch season 7 and I was obviously not gonna understand anything. So I just skipped to the last episode of the series and ta-da. All I wanted is to see Damon and Elena again together, and Damon being happy. That's all I care about. I wrote down Selena was toxic. Both couples, Selena and Elena, were toxic as hell. You know which characters that I really liked? The originals. They were just so interesting. I loved every single episode with the originals and Claus and just everyone. I loved them so much. And actually they have like a spin-off show and that was really successful because they even got a spin-off of that show. So like, wait, hold up. The Originals is a spin-off of the Vampire Diaries, and Legacies, I think is what it's called, is a spin-off of the Originals. So it was really successful. I haven't watched it actually. I watched like a few episodes and then I didn't continue for some reason. I probably should watch it. It's on Amazon Prime. Every time I go on Amazon Prime, I never know what to watch. And I always watch the same shows, Grey's Anatomy, The Office, and Criminal Minds. So I should definitely give it a watch, because people say it's really good. I feel like this video is full of hate, because Pretty Little Liars, it was one of my favorite shows when I was 15. Criminal Minds is one of my favorite shows. And The Vampire Diaries was just never one of my top tier shows. It was never a show that I enjoyed it, but it was never a show that I, loved. And it's funny, The Vampire Diaries and Pretty Little Liars and Teen Wolf were like the trio of teen TV shows back in like 2014. I think it's because Gossip Girl and One Tree Hill ended back in 2012, so those were like the only big shows at the time. So those were like the only shows left, and then Riverdale happened, and okay, we're not gonna talk about Riverdale. I'm pretty sure they all ended at the same year, it pissed me off so much because I had to say goodbye to all these shows, and then I was like a little bit depressed because now what am I gonna watch? And I watched the first season of Riverdale and thought, oh, this show is interesting, and then I watched season 2 and yeah, the world is just filled with disappointments. I hope this video doesn't turn out like a hating video. I've never been into vampires. Like, I've watched Twilight and I read the books. I think it's because I have emophobia. If I had to choose between vampires and werewolf, I'd choose neither. But werewolves are harder. I don't know where I'm going with this video. This video is gonna be a freaking mess. Every storyline after season 5 was extremely boring. I remember this dude, I think it was in season 6. Dude, he was fucking crazy. I don't remember what it was. I feel like he was like he wasn't a wizard or anything, but was he just like Bunny? I don't remember. It was something along the lines of twins, and I think it had something to do with the brunette with blue eyes, because he's the one who killed her, I think, and that was devastating, by the way. I actually liked her. And in season 6 it was, you know, Damon and Bonnie. They were like in this other dimension and they were stuck with that dude. Those episodes were hilarious, not gonna lie. I really liked that dude. That dude was, I really liked. I don't remember what happened to him, actually. I don't know what happened to him because I didn't watch season 7. Dude, I don't know what else to say. This show is just, I'm not feeling it. It's really hard because I know a lot of people enjoy this show because, you know, everybody was obsessed with vampires thanks to Twilight, but I just wasn't. I don't know, there was something about the show. The only good thing about the show was Damon and Catherine. Oh my god, I loved Catherine. Catherine was one of my favorite characters, to be honest. I loved her. I think she stopped appearing like in season 4 and I was so sad. Like, she was the best thing. Whenever Nina with curly hair will just appear on my screen, it was gonna be a good episode. That's all I need to say. This video is teaching me that I should rewatch the Vampire Diaries and that I low-key want to do it. If I do it, I have to make another video and actually watch season 7 and 8. I don't know, should I? I think what I'm gonna do is watch the originals and then let's see. I think I'm gonna leave the video right here because instead of being a rant, it's probably gonna be turning into a hate video and I don't want that. Let me know down below your thoughts on this show. Were you a Delina or Selena? Please let me know. Give it a like if you enjoyed this video. It would really help me out. Subscribe to my channel and follow me on my social media. That would be really appreciated if you did that. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.